The Minnesota Vikings have selected wide receiver from Marshall University, Randy Moss.
19 teams passed him, maybe because they're afraid he wears gloves off his helmet like that. Johnson, Randy Moss, first quarter. Welcome to the NFL, and what a catch, Tom. 48 yards, he keeps his eye on the football.
He does a great job here as he makes a move on Floyd Young inside and then back out, but he never breaks that stride. And then the great hands here, reaches over Floyd, pulls the ball in, and look at the smoothness as he goes out the back of the end zone.
This time, Johnson for Moss in the second quarter. That's a rainbow. That's against double coverage. 21-0. The Vikes on a 31-yard TD.
Again, Donnie Abraham this time. Watch the stride as he goes by. He realizes he has the angle, uses his height and those long arms, goes out and gets the ball.
Randall Cunningham playing for the injured Brad Johnson. To Randy Moss. Hey, Moss and Batch played in the Mid-America Conference, same league.
And watch the great footwork by Randy Moss right there. He taps the feet down. You know, Sterling talks about him being a natural. Look at him straighten up right there.
He only got 5 feet in. Cunningham would make them down 10 when Randy Moss makes the catch, 44 yards, 31-21.
And what a natural he is at wide receiver. You watch him gauge the ball, find it, use that great vertical leap that he has, and just kind of nudge his way in the end zone for a touchdown.
You know, Randall Cunningham's nickname is Cash. Moss says, I asked Cash, do you rely on me? Do you trust me to catch it every time you put it up? He said yes. 75 yards, but it's called back. It goes to Moss. The go, the streak, the fly, whatever you want to call it. Underthrow it. 2 guys covering him. Money. Moss just goes up and gets it. 52 yards, 17-10 Vikes. You know, critics say Moss didn't play against top-notch talent at Division I AA Marshall. Let me drop a little knowledge on you. When you're 6'5", run a 4.3 40, have a 39-inch vertical leap, doesn't matter who you play against. Vikings ball, Cash hooking up with the freak. It's a nickname thing you wouldn't understand. 3rd and 14, Cash, freak. It's all to the good. Moss, 5 catches, 190 receiving yards. And then the Vikings go for the throw. Cunningham, a.k.a. Cash. Moss, a.k.a. Freak. Butter between 2 guys again. Randall, 20 of 32, 442 yards. Unbelievable. Vikings beat the Packers 37-24.
The diminutive Darrell Green and the rookie Randy Moss. Green giving many an inch away. First quarter still tied at 7. And Cunningham goes deep to Moss in the end zone. And it's pass interference. Darrell almost had to do it.
Well, you watch it again. It's a great effort by Darrell Green, trying to climb the ladder and get up to that 6'4" that Randy Moss has on him. And right there, he can't help but interfere with him.
And sets up the Vikings. Next play, Randall in his own territory goes for the clinch. Oh, you got to like that about the way he's playing, the way the Vikings go for it. Oh, and what a pass to Randy Moss. Touchdown, Vikes.
And the great thing about Randy Moss, he runs through the ball. He makes that catch with his hands.
Vikings ball, 3rd and 9. If the Packers can stop them, they'll have a chance to win. What a play and pass to Randy Moss.
Yeah, and take a look at a great receiver in the crowd. Look at the concentration. Look at him. Look at the ball. Out-jump everybody. That's a great grab.
And then Cunningham. Big plays did the Packers in the first game. Big plays again. Moss between defenders. They complete the 2-point conversion. This, you've heard the Lambeau Leap. That's the Homer Dome hop.
Well, no Dion, although he looked good in the outfit. And the Vikes take advantage. No Sanders in the secondary. They're going up top off the flea flicker. Randall Cunningham to Randy Moss. 51 yards, touchdown 9 for Moss on the season's offensive coordinator. Brian Billick mapping out the strategy with Cunningham and Moss. Probably something along the lines of, hey, throw it deep and I'll catch it. Well, it worked. Cunningham to Moss. 56 yards and the score. Moss and Carter both over 100 yards receiving in the first half. Next Vikings possession on a 3rd and 18. Cunningham throwing deep for who else but Moss. Doesn't get it, but draws the pass interference. Dion wasn't impressed. Vikes would score, take a 32-19 lead. Late in the 3rd, 10-point game. Cunningham to Moss. Quick pass there. Man can break tackles too. See you later. 56-yard tippy-toeing down the sideline. His 3rd touchdown of the game.
Randy Moss, a big reason for the Vikings' success. Bears plan to double team him all night. Cunningham, Moss, 12th touchdown on the year. Meanwhile, Chris Carter, the other half of the Vikings dynamic duo, out with a calf strain. He would not catch a pass. First time in 111 games that had happened. That meant more catches for Moss. 8 catches. This one in front of Walt Harris. 27-0 Vikings. Third quarter, the coup de grace. 27-7 Vikings. Cunningham, Moss. Moss, first rookie to make 14 touchdown receptions in his first 13 games.
Randall Cunningham, you've seen this. You go to the oak tree and just go long. Touchdown, Randy Moss.
Vikings 12-3 at halftime. Third quarter, still 12-3. Robert Smith, Randall Cunningham. That is fancy. And that results in a touchdown. Randy Moss, 43-yard touchdown reception. 10th time he's had a touchdown reception of 40-plus yards, tying an NFL record. But wait, there's more.
Minnesota is still down 13-8 in the third quarter. Cunningham looks deep for Moss. This time Walker's called for pass interference. When we take a look at this one again, it looks like contact on both parties. Nevertheless, it's called on Walker. The next play, Cunningham lobs it up for Moss in the end zone. This time they do connect, touchdown. With that touchdown, Minnesota sets a new NFL record for most points in the regular season. That breaks the mark set by the 83 Redskins and Randy Moss with his 17th touchdown of the season. That's a rookie record. Minnesota looking for the 2-point conversion. Now Moss needs only one hand this time. Minnesota up 16-13. It all went down today. The Vikings became the most prolific scoring team in history.
15-1 Minnesota. First possession would be Moss against Aeneas Williams. Cunningham looking for Randy Moss. Now these are the Vikings that we expected to see. And Moss makes the catch of 45 yards against Aeneas. Cunningham. Later in the drive. Rolling. Firing. Touchdown, Randy Moss. Take this picture. You got it. Another shot, third shot, fourth shot. Focus play. You got it.
First quarter, Vikings moving the football down 7-zip at Randall Cunningham to Randy Moss right on time. Moss kept his feet in. It looked like a blowout was on, but no longer was. Now end of the half. Randall on the run. Launches it for Randy Moss. This time he doesn't come up with the big play in the crowd. And in fact, didn't come up with much after that. Just one catch for 4 yards in the second half. Maybe some kind of muscle tear. Gary Anderson hadn't missed a kick since December of '97. Newbie. It's going left. Just missed. 37 seconds left, a tie game. Cunningham gets pressure and launches for Moss. Moss started going to the corner at first. Cuts back to try to get the ball in camp. 8:46 in overtime, 3rd and 10. And Cunningham looking for Moss. We haven't mentioned Eugene Robinson yet. The free safety over and making the game-saving play.
The hold, the kick, it's on the way, it's up, and it's good! The Falcons are going to the Super Bowl!
Vikings season ended last year on a missed field goal by Gary Anderson. And look at Dennis Green watching Anderson, 27-yard field goal blocked by Shane Dronette. Randall Cunningham, but this was magic all year last year. Cunningham, Randy Moss. Incomplete punt. There's a flag on the play, and Ray Buchanan from Louisville. Vikings get their revenge. It was a tough one. Certainly not the offensive explosion. Woodson, last year's Defensive Rookie of the Year and Pro Bowler. And Randy Moss, last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year and Pro Bowler. Eye to eye, at least on some plays. Perfect.
He's going to go out there to try to destroy me, and I'm going to do whatever I can to destroy him. And it's not being, you know, I'm taking it out on him. I mean, that's just who's out there defending me on game day.
You just got two great athletes that have to bump heads, and somebody's got to win, you know what I'm saying? And I believe I'm the one to win.
While Moss and Woodson won't be matched up exclusively during the game, they've concocted a plan of attack for those opportunities when they will face each other.
First, I'm looking at his eyes. You know, before the play, before he even run the first play, I'm going to look in his eyes and really see where he's at.
Well, if he comes to my side, my first thought is they're throwing the ball to Randy Moss.
I guess as the game progresses, you know, start looking at his hips, start looking at his back pedal.
I don't want to play him off. I want to get up and bump and run him because, I mean, he has that long stride, and he's up on you before you know it.
I love that. I love that. That's showing me that he has some fight in him. That's showing me that he's not scared of me no matter what the circumstances are.
Charles Woodson, if you're a football fan, you love this. Randall lobs it. Moss, one-handed grab, flag thrown. What do you think, Tom?
Well, they talk about pass interference. This is the call I'd like to see disappear from the football field. It's great coverage by Woodson. It's a greater catch by Randy Moss.
We're tied at 10 at the half. Third quarter. Cunningham to Randy Moss. Touchdown. Wait a minute. Say Moss was juggling the ball. No touchdown. Field goal Vikes. 13-10. It's now 16-13 Green Bay. 2 minutes left in the game. Cunningham to Moss. They've done it again. Randy Moss and the Vikings offense stuck on about 18 points a game. But first possession, Tom, is like last year. Randall Cunningham, Randy Moss, 61 yards, throw it high, throw it long, have a lead. 7-0 Vikings, exactly what Tampa Bay could not afford.
Deceptive speed by Randy Moss. You see Rondé Barber trying to keep up. He actually stumbles and falls down trying to keep up with that 4-2 whatever it is that Randy Moss runs.
Then Cunningham to Moss on 3rd and 8. Beats the defenders. Look at him make the move. But look at him turn the corner and Lynch. 27-yard touchdown, 14-0 the Vikings. Minnesota, first 5 trips to the red zone, no touchdowns. Meanwhile, Randy Moss, this is the look of, I'm not happy. This is what you do. You throw it to me. But you know what? Terry Cousin must have heard that discussion, Tom, because Cousin makes the play.
And look at the position that Cousin has when this ball is released. There's no way it could be anything but intercepted.
Now, 3rd quarter. Early, Cunningham for Moss. Little underthrown, and Tom Carter will pick it off and make the turn near the goal line and turn this into not only an interception, but a positive return out to the 35-yard line. Randall upset. They go into Detroit, where early on, Randall Cunningham picked up by Terry Fair. Lions spelling upset. His first career INT, and it's a touchdown. 7-0 Detroit. Randall Cunningham on the bench, and here comes Jeff George. And he looks for Randy Moss. Pumps, throws, fires, caught. 36 yards, touchdown, 19-14. George, slant to Moss. Robert Bailey saves a touchdown. Opening drive, 2 plays later. George. Randy Moss, look at the throw, look at the catch. We're tied at 20. Now the Vikings try to answer. 2.5 to go. Jeff George bounces off Carter. Randy Moss is Johnny on the spot.
5:18 left, Vikings ice it. George up top to Randy Moss. And they're running it in. Moss' 2nd touchdown of the day. 25 games he's played in his career. 6 of those games, he's had more than 1 touchdown. 6 multi-touchdown games.
Vikings get the ball back with 43 seconds to go. Tommy, how can this happen on the slant to Randy Moss?
Well, the quick slant and then the speed by Moss. You see him running right past the angles for about a 40-plus yard gain there, and you start worrying about the football game at this point in regulation.
After the timeout, 2 plays later, 23 seconds to go. Pump fake. George, he slings it so fast to Moss. Walt Harris prevents the touchdown.
You're going to see Jeff George throw another one, Chris. Again, this is the setup for the downfield throw.
Well, because as you mentioned, it was the first play of the 2nd quarter, but no, we faked the short one, then deep to Randy Moss. Dimmery, not bad coverage, but is beaten, and we're tied at 7. Now, still 2nd quarter. Look at Jeff George. Look where he is when he throws the ball. He's in the end zone. He doesn't really step into the throw. Tommy, this ball goes almost 60 yards in the air. Moss catches it, then whoop, whoop, whoop. So let me go over here. A 60-yard pickup sets up a Jake Reed touchdown pass, 14-7 Vikes.
George and the Vikings storm back. 3rd and 8 from the 13. George to Randy Moss. And suddenly we're tied at 21. 4th quarter, 8 minutes left. It's George again. Looking for Moss. Grabs it, drops it. Chiefs recover. And Moss crestfallen. Under 2 minutes to go. Chiefs punting to Randy Moss. Oops. Darting, dashing, and knifing through the Kansas City Chiefs, and he's gone. Tied at 28.
The key play perhaps of the game. Vikes 3rd and 1. Jeff George fakes it. Randy Moss open. Touchdown for 57 yards and into the front row. Vikings tie the game up at 10. 3rd quarter, Vikes down 3. Randy Moss knocked out of bounds on the punt return. Look at him step on Rob Davis. Not great there, that's for sure. Packs up 2017. Now, George with his team down 3. To Moss again down to the 1. That would set up a touchdown.
Look at the pass from George to Randy Moss.
And not a lot of pressure on either one of those tosses.
This is one of, just look at the pass. Randy Moss, he's going to throw it to Chris Carter. All he does,
catch touchdown.
27 yards, 21-6, the Vikes.
And the thing I like about this play with Randy Moss, watch him sell the run. He's going to tuck the ball away. He never actually sets his speed. He throws this ball on the move.
Oh.
What a great throw.
Danny Green, though, knows that the win, and worse, they will host at least one playoff game. Look at the throw by Jeff George to Randy Moss. And down to the 15, inside the 15-yard line. And it's tied at 7. Then Jordan. Bing! He didn't even throw it hard, Tom.
Well, it's effortless, and he's able to get it right on target downfield.
17-10 as Moss catches the touchdown. What happened on the play?
Well, watch the safety rights to the left of the screen. He's biting up short on a curl pattern in front of him and doesn't get deep to help the corner on Moss.
The Vikings end the season at 10-6, tied at 10 late second quarter. First and 10 Vikes. Watch this by Jeff George. Win! Does he fire this or what? To Randy Moss. Touchdown, 58 yards. The Vikings with the lead.
That's why those receivers like Jeff George in that game. He gets the ball down there. Moss just gets a little push off at the end, gets a little space, and then does a little back dance in.
And he goes over Kevin Mathis, and he goes in to see all the Vikings. And Eric the Red is in there. 17-10 Vikings, and now third quarter. George to Moss. Whoop, whoop. Charlie Williams spun around like a top. Vikings beat the Cowboys 27-10.
In these playoffs, everyone goes to Super Bowl, so, you know, we can't really get ahead of ourselves or jump around and things like that because we still got some games to play.
Vikings then, although they start the drive on their own 4, they say, look, we can score. George to Randy Moss. So Minnesota, they go to work. George, Randy Moss. Now look at the big fella, almost split it all the way. 9-17, they've scored 35 points in 22 minutes, 5 touchdown passes for Warner. George throwing deep, just trying to get the Vikings a shot. Randy Moss is looking for interference, and you know what? He's a wonderful, wonderful player. But he squirts this at the ref. Cut it out, Randy. Grow up. Your third year next year, you're one of the best talents in the league. Grow up.
Nothing that I take from this game that's going to really have me moping around. I think I've got used to losing. I've got used to losing somewhat.
And all of a sudden, well, sooner or later, you got to go to Randy Moss, don't you?
Yeah, you want to come back and win the game. This is Randy Moss here for 9 yards. Good little throw by Culpepper to the sideline. But remember, these aren't the kinds of catches that you're used to seeing the Vikings make. You're used to seeing Randy Moss down the football field, and eventually, that's where Culpepper knew he wanted to go.
There it is to Moss. And Moss is going to be brought down inside the 10. Beating Thomas Smith on that play. Moss only 1 catch, 9 yards first half. On this drive, 3 catches, 80 yards, 23-20. Later in the fourth quarter, Robert Smith, he can do this. The spin doctor heads down the sideline. Smith with Randy Moss throwing a block or 2. He goes out at the 6-yard line on a big play for the Vikes under 6 minutes.
Yeah, you said it. Randy Moss getting out in front of Robert Smith, doing a nice job of blocking downfield.
Onside kick. But on the it's Randy Moss. It's Randy Moss. He catches it, and it's over. Culpepper down the sideline for Randy Moss. It's a 15-yard touchdown with 2 minutes to go in the game. The Vikings off a bye at Detroit, where they've been 3-6 the last 9 years. Tough place to win at the 3-1 Lions. But Daunte Culpepper has time, unleashes one to Randy Moss, and he's wide open, beating Kurt Schurz. Last week he knew everything, but this week he knows nothing, but it's not really his fault.
Well, you just watch this replay. You're going to see Marquise Walker there. He's going to go in motion with Randy Moss. Now, they're passing him off. Kurt Schultz is going to be the deep safety on the side right now, strong side of the football with Randy Moss. Kurt Schultz backs off, and you just see Randy Moss, as soon as he got close to Schultz, he threw his hand up. He said, I'm going to outrun him to the end zone. That's a pretty easy toss for Daunte Culpepper.
And that's Mama Moss. Randy gives the ball to his mom in the stands. Then watch this. Randy Moss and whoop, an Olympian hurdle effort, although Mark Campbell nails it. But look again at the play by Moss. Oh, man, in stride, Tommy. So Culpepper to Moss. Oh, and that's a pretty 17-yard fade. 17-10, the Vikes. Same score, early fourth. And look at the congrats for Randy. I mean, that was just a great
leaping ability.
Now watch this, and you explain to us how this happened. Culpepper to Moss, double coverage. Are you kidding me? It's 50 yards and a 24-17 lead.
As we take another look at it, we have a great look here. Watch Randy Moss's height as he gets over the defenders, ball thrown just enough to his left, just outside the defenders where he gets a chance to make a play. Great concentration.
168, his third career 3-touchdown game. Robert Smith. Oh, they got other guys who can make big plays. And watch first Chris Carter, then Randy Moss provide help for Smith, who could go all the way for 65 yards. Smith on 134 yards rushing.
I don't think
No.
Ooh, Randy Moss drops it, and then the Bucs' best trash talker says, yo, dog, I know you didn't drop that, man. Still, though, first and 10 from the 42. Culpepper trying to get his vibe on with Randy Moss, who's double covered. I ain't gonna say that, but that ain't right. Moss, 5 career Monday night games, 23 catches, 562 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Second quarter, Vikes down 9-0 on their own 28. Robert Smith busting loose, 72 yards, and busting loose thanks to the block right there by Chris Carter, and then the block right there by Randy Moss, paving the way for the great touchdown run. Fourth quarter, 2nd and 5 on the 7th. Culpepper buying some time, pulls up short of the line of scrimmage and finds Randy Moss. Why not? 28-16 is the final.
Field goal makes it 27-21. But look at Culpepper fire to Randy Moss. Amazing throw. Amazing catch. Culpepper to Moss. 39-yard touchdown, 28-27 Vikes.
Yeah, and just watch the catch from behind. Great. Watch his feet freeze. His upper body continues. Great concentration by Randy Moss, but we're getting used to it.
Minnesota comes from behind. They were 11 down. Vikings, Tampa Bay. Daunte Culpepper, 7 for 7 in his NFL. So Randy Moss, are you kidding me with this one-handed catch? 14-10.
I don't even know if you comment on this. You just enjoy his athleticism.
Oh, my God. Sap, happy. Fourth, Randy Moss, not happy. Unfortunate issue here. He touches Lloyd McPeters, the official, on the arm, and it bumps his cap with the helmet. He's tossed out of the game.
First quarter, Daunte Culpepper finds Moss over the middle. Randy getting silly, mad love. Pitches to Chris Carter. Carter second all time with 974 catches. Randy Moss comes in, breaking his stuff up. First and 20 from the 38. Carter finds Randy Moss. Holla! Great leap and grab. Moss, 100 yards receiving in the first half. Last minute of the fourth. Culpepper to Moss. But Randy, 6 career Monday night games, 4 100-yard receiving games. The only 2 passes he caught in the second half were these 2 on this drive.
Wow. 7-7 late in the half. Randy Moss, where are you? Well, couldn't hang on here as Zach Walt's late hit, so it keeps the drive alive and would cost Arizona. Sideline grab, perfect, sets up a field goal, 10-7 Vikes at the half. Here comes Minnesota third quarter. Daunte Culpepper drilled, but to Randy Moss. 22-yard gain, fantastic moves. Later in the drive, Culpepper to Moss. And you know what? How'd you like to be a youngster at the game and go home with a football? And down 7-0, Daunte Culpepper, he about it. Randy Moss, 36-yard touchdown, tied at 7. Here we go. In the half, Moss became the second receiver in NFL history to surpass 1,000 yards in his first 3 seasons, joining only the great John Jefferson. Here's why he was open.
Well, Rashard Anderson, the safety, has to play inside on a double receiver. Hitchcock gets beat deep to the outside, the one place that you don't have help.
Second quarter, same score, 14-7 Vikes. The fake end around to Moss Smith. It's a touchdown. Interesting call.
Well, left side of your screen, you see a lot of teams running this, the fake reverse. Look at Sean Gilbert right there, the defensive tackle. He's looking into the backfield at the reverse. Robert Smith runs right by him for the score.
The next possession, 1st and 10 at the 23. Daunte Culpepper buys some time, throws it deep. Who do you think's at the other end of this one? That's right, Randy Moss in triple coverage. A gain of 52. Watch it again. How does he make that catch? Later, Culpepper, good time for who else? Randy Moss. The back of the end zone, how did he get both his feet in? Let's take a closer look and I'll show you. Not only great hands, but 1, watch his right foot, and then a little splash. 2 right there. A great job by Moss. The Vikes are up 17-9. Later in the third, 17-9 Vikes. Culpepper throws incomplete to Mo Williams. Vikes would have to kick a field goal. Look at the replay. Randy Moss, I think, wanted the ball here. Randy's a little upset. He is going after Culpepper, but Culpepper has matured as a quarterback because I'll tell you what, this first-year starter is not taking anything from Randy Moss. They go at it on the sideline. Sherm Lewis, the offensive coordinator, tries to calm them down. Moss walks away. Later on, they would make up, however. Vikings possession. 2nd and 9, still third quarter. So after you fight, what do? Throw the bomb to Moss. Oh, my goodness. He makes another incredible catch. Yeah. This time, both feet in. Take a look at this. It's an amazing catch. Oh, Moss again torches the Cowboys. Vikings win 27-15 is the final.
3rd and goal now. Culpepper, Randy Moss, short of the goal line. 4th and goal. Moss says, let's go for it. Moss says, let's go for it. 1,000 career catches for Chris Carter. Gets a nice hug from Randy Moss.
Late first, Daunte Culpepper. Buying time. Shakes a tackle. About it. Fires to Randy Moss. 78 yards. He's wide open. Sharper's not going to get him. It's a touchdown. 10-7 Pack lead.
Great play on both ends of this play. First, Daunte Culpepper avoiding the sack by Bonnie Holiday. And then watch the beginning of this play. You're going to see Randy Moss pull Darren Sharper through right there. A lot of savvy. That's an experienced wide receiver now.
2.5 to go in the second quarter. It's a 20-7 Packer lead. And Culpepper to Moss. And look at this. And whoop! To Chris Carter. Well, we won't tell anyone it was slightly forward. But, I mean, what difference? He's only picked up a couple extra yards, Tom.
Well, this is a great play by Randy Moss. You see he's going to throw the ball. He's behind the 50 when Chris Carter actually catches it.
Culpepper did start. He threw it long to Randy Moss. 42 yards. He's always between two defenders. We're tying at 7. Daunte Culpepper. Shaky ankle? Maybe not. First quarter, about it. Culpepper, Randy Moss, between defenders, and he's gone. Just that quickly, 3 minutes into the game. Here come the Vikings we saw in September and October, 7-0 Vikes.
Yeah, you're going to be looking at cover 2 here. The corner gets a nudge outside. Randy Moss really beats the coverage. The safety, Darren Perry, takes a bad angle coming over, and once Moss gets through that crease, he just turns on the Jets, and nobody from the Saints is going to catch him.
17-3 up. Now early third quarter on 3rd and 1, the screen to Moss. And how long can we tell you that he's gone? 5 Saints can't catch him. The Saints can go marching, running, chasing in. They don't get him. 24-3 Minnesota.
The corner is Kevin Mathis. The arrow is on Darren Perry. He's going to play run support right there. You see Mathis jump outside. Randy Moss splits the crease. And again, that 4-1-5 or whatever it is he runs, too much for the Saints. Defensively, Jason Sehorn on Randy Moss out in the flat. Limits the yardage there, 4 or 5 yard gain.
And it's for the Viking offense. What? They watched. For Chris Carter, Randy Moss, stunning. It's 41-0. G-Man. Randy Moss, no catches at the half. We got to get this going here. Score 10-7, about it. Daunte Culpepper, Moss, there's his one catch. But with 4th and 10 with over a minute to go, down by a touch, that just looked terrible. Moss and Culpepper, look at this. A very shocking 0-2 to start the year, losing to Carolina and Chicago. And here came the Vikings from their own 34. Culpepper, Randy Moss. Randy Moss and the Vikes. Here come the Vikings. Culpepper. Oh, that's pretty to Randy Moss. 7-6 Vikings. First touchdown of the season for Moss. 12-point game. 10 minutes left. Culpepper to Randy Moss. And you don't see this often, but look at the play by Todd White.
Well, it's a great play by Todd White. He does a better job of getting up and fighting for the football. If you're Randy Moss, you want to catch the ball at its highest point. He managed to let it get down to his chest.
Then, meanwhile, oh, there's the nail. Darren Sharper nails Randy Moss, but he holds on. Helps set up a field goal, though, 17-0. Moss okay. Later in the drive, Culpepper, Randy Moss. Sharper again nails it. Boy, they were laying it. Moss okay. And the Vikings go on to slice and dice the first place Green Bay Packers.
Mr. Moss, first quarter, first drive for the Vikings. Daunte Culpepper looking for 84. Can't make the catch, but flagged on the play against rookie Will Allen. Pass interference. Moss's presence being felt. He does not have a 100-yard reception game this season. Yet, next play, Culpepper getting his radar lock on to Moss. 8th career Monday Night Football touchdown.
How many quarterbacks are going to throw it up like that in double coverage? Only Moss can bring it down.
Freak, though, your other freak master was rolling.
That's exactly right. One-handed catch. You don't have to throw it deep. Look what he does in the short pass. First down, moving chains. Take a look here now. Culpepper a little out to Randy Moss. Guess what? First down. Now watch this. That's Sehorn in motion. Runs across in motion, but he's going to blitz. Needs some help backing him up. Culpepper reads it. There's nobody in the screen. That's too easy. Randy, you're way too good. You've been there too many times. You don't need to do that dance.
Moss had 8 catches, 105 yards in the first half. 20th career 100-yard receiving game. He got called for a 15-yard penalty for that dance, and Chris Carter's like, yo, 84, we don't need that, man. Second half, 16-14. Vikings down. Moss gets an end around 18 yards, his longest NFL career rush. Later, fourth, Vikes at their own 23. Culpepper finds Moss. Peace. Them kids be putting it down. Moss had 10 catches, 171 yards. Fourth career 3-touchdown catch day. First time that 2 Viking wideouts have had double-digit receptions in a game.
Daunte Culpepper came in limping badly and hurting. That coach's decision, but, he was playing hurt. They're down 21-3. So we bring in Todd Bauman. Bauman back in action to Randy Moss. He plays when he wants to. He does today in the second half. 62 yards, leads to a touchdown. Randy come out and play. Well, you have to ask him, apparently. It's Todd Bauman who starts. He's talking with Randy Moss, Chris Carter. Todd Bauman from
St. Cloud State.
Near
Fergus Falls, Minnesota.
Completes his 20-yarder to Moss. And how does Moss catch it? Actually, what a throw.
When you really watch this, Randy isn't really looking at the football when it comes in. I would say great concentration.
35-17. Then Bauman to Randy Moss, and talk about breakaway.
And there's some speed right there. The angles by the defense, all bad. Randy Moss faster than everybody thought, and he's gone for 73 yards.
So here is Moss and Bauman. Now, Bauman to Randy Moss. A pretty throw of 66 yards. It was very, well, it was out of the screen, very Blake-like, wasn't it?
Yes.
And then, now this is Randy Moss-like.
Well, and what a show Randy put on, especially near the sideline, some impossible grabs. Here, the great juggling catch, catches it, stays in bound. Great concentration by Randy.
So 3rd and 9. Remember, Detroit is a lead. They've had leads in so many of these games in the 3rd and the 4th quarter. But this is another one that's gone by. Don't tell me with Moss with the circus catch. Like a Spurgeon, starting for the 2nd time. Picked off by Bernardo Harris. Leads to a Ryan Longwell field. I don't apologize to Madonna often. 10-6. Back. 2 catches, 10 yards. Randy Moss not happy.
What's up, everybody in Baltimore? We're coming to end y'all season right here. Stay tuned. If we do, we're going to be happy. If we don't, oh well, our season failed anyway.
First quarter, no score for Shizzle. Randy Moss throws to Chris Carter, a gain of 29. Moss's 2nd completion of his career. Back in '99, he hit Carter with a 27-yard touchdown pass. Vikings ball, first play win to Randy Moss. Chris McAllister.
Randy Moss, well, new coach Mike Tice of the Mike says, we're going to get you the ball 40% of the time when we go to the air. Daunte Culpepper, they didn't say how long though, Tom. Here's no gain, although it was a completion. Culpepper, sidelines, hey, little alligator.
Well, alligator arms, but Randy Moss was actually right here not to go after that ball.
At the 33. So first play after the turnover to about it, Culpepper to Randy Moss, and whoop, now he's onto the campus. Kickoffs last week for touchdowns. He's living a nightmare. Culpepper to Randy Moss. Now it is a touchdown. Wow, 20-13. However, sometimes the worm turns. Now here come the Vikings. Under 2 minutes to go, 3rd and 2. Culpepper to Moss. He bobbles, holds on. First down, Minnesota. 2 plays later, Culpepper. One-handed catch to Moss. Down to the 3. And the Minnesota Vikings, who are 0-2. Daunte Culpepper looking for Randy Moss. And it's Mike Minter. After dinner, Minter. It's very early to put that on the pillow, but he makes the pick. Next possession. Here's Culpepper looking for Moss again. Over his head, Deion Grant. Was it really over his head, Tom?
Well, we'll take another look at it. And certainly it's a pass that looks like it was a little bit overthrown. But you have to see it from Daunte Culpepper's perspective. He thinks it's a ball, obviously, that Randy Moss should have gone for.
So the Vikings leading 7-0 in the 3rd. Culpepper. Now, this time Moss helps him out with a big block on Mark Fields, who feels like he's on Strawberry Fields as you look at it again. And boom. And so Minnesota's still in business. Culpepper looking for Moss later in the 3rd. Remember, they still lead this thing 7-0 late 3rd. And And off one hand of Moss into the hands of Deion Grant.
And again, you have to see it from Daunte Culpepper's perspective. You go up with two hands, you try to catch the football, you prevent the interception, and you can see right there the reaction of the quarterback.
Well, the coach knows. He's just stepped back. Moss doesn't even give him an ear. Not a pretty scene on the Vikings sideline. The Vikings themselves are 0-3.
Randy Moss, arrested this past week, obviously doesn't want to talk about it. For Randy Moss, who has 16 touchdown catches in 14 career primetime games, drops one in the end zone. Same drive, dropped another one. Randy having his issues. There's another drop.
With 5.5 minutes to go, we've tied it at 24. Then, Vikings looking for their first lead in the game. About it. Culpepper to Randy Moss down at the 2. The Vikes, who win for the first time this year. It was a Soul Train block. Culpepper to Randy Moss. Here's the good news for the Vikings. 47-yard pickup. Bad news. Under 6 minutes to go. No, is he a solicitor? He's saying, would you like to change your phone service? He'd like to change the offense. He hadn't scored a touchdown since week 2. The Vikings leading 13-0 early third. Daunte Culpepper. Here's a phone call Randy likes. 39-yard touchdown. Wait a minute. Minnesota, who's on only one game all year. So Culpepper looking to Moss. A quick mid-air adjustment. They would fumble before going in. Daunte Culpepper. It's been such a downward spiral for a year and a half. He just doesn't look like the guy we saw.
We watched this kid with the Randy ratio and all the things that went on early in the year, and it looks as if he might not recover from those, how we're going to throw the ball and who we're going to throw it to, how many you have to throw to Randy.
It looks like he's just broken. Daunte, take a rest, and Bauman gets the move down 19-6 late third. Bauman, and so they has many locals rooting for him. And immediately, look at this. Early fourth, the 48-yard rainbow to Moss. Next play, Bauman. A 32-yard bullet to Moss. Down to the 1, flying. Vikes down 6. Can they burst the Giants' bubble? 19-13. Michael Bennett burst to the middle. And what about this speed, Tom?
Yeah, the fastest guy that Dennis Green has ever coached.
And Mike Tice says, thank you. I'll coach him now. 78 yards, and he's got the touch. He threw quick.
Yeah, going to get a pretty good block from the second fastest guy Dennis Green ever coached. Randy Moss does a good job of getting down the field and springing Bennett with that block.
So Daunte Culpepper removed in the second half last week. This would be different, he said. Culpepper to Moss, 24 yards, 7-0 Minnesota. And 3rd and goal, they all go to Randy Moss here, Tom.
Yeah, Randy Moss is running the flat route. You're going to watch the defense react up to him. Kelly Campbell going to come open at the back of the end zone. And a good throw by Daunte.
Kelly Campbell from?
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech, the undrafted one. First-year player making his presence felt. So with the score 24-17, Culpepper-Moss almost picked off. On 4th down, Culpepper throws incomplete. Instead, 24-21, the Falcons on a Feely field goal lead it. Culpepper to Randy Moss, who had a big day. 40-yard pickup, 9 catches, 134, but he's limping. Then, not limping so much for him to take the handoff, and with seconds to go, Moss, Culpepper, the Vikings have won. But wait a minute. Flag on the plate.
Vikings ball. 2nd and goal, Daunte Culpepper, Randy Moss, and 3 catches. None of them in the second half, but that one good for a score. He would go over 1,000 yards for the year.
Saints go up 20-17, 18 seconds up in the half. Culpepper get tight to Randy Moss. Randy,
great play.
Great. Tightest season high, 11 catches, TJ.
Yeah, and this is the kind of mismatch that you want. Fred Thomas coming on the corner blitz. Cedric Hodge, a linebacker, number 52, going to be in coverage on Randy Moss. And this is
a linebacker covering Randy.
This is a sprint to the back of the end zone. That's pretty darn good coverage by Hodge, but you're just not going to beat Randy Moss to the spot.
Culpepper looking for Moss. End zone. Touchdown, right? Flag on the play. TJ.
Yeah, Dale Carter right there gets a little push in the back. Most times, you will not see that call. That's a good call by the official.
Offensive interference. They go back to Randy. Too high. They go back to Randy. Bat it away. 10 seconds to go. Culpepper to Moss. On and cracking.
Playing at home and with nothing to lose. Chris Carter catching up with former teammates beforehand. Daunte Culpepper and Randy Moss. Fourth quarter, Minnesota down 14-10. Culpepper. Look at him step up here and avoid the rush. He wants Moss downfield for 60 yards. Culpepper 20 of 29 for 244. 3 plays later, Moss, the reverse. Watch the spin and then the throw. Dwayne Bates is in the end zone. Vikings up 17-14. Look again. Great spin. Then Moss throws back across his body. He said after the game he saw Bates was covered, so he intentionally threw it behind him, and it worked.
Packers are trailing the Vikings on rededication. They have Lambeau Field 20-3. Culpepper to Moss, 27 yards. Randy in the game, 9 for 150, Tom. 27-3 Vikes after this play. Short drop with no pass rush at all, and it beats double coverage for the touchdown. On the drive, Tom went up, interviewed Culpepper. Naturally, he got hurt. Gus Farrat, but you interviewed him, and you said when they're not even looking in the last minute of a half, they won't expect the backup to throw a bomb. What a great call by Mike Tyson Company, and a great throw from Farrat to Moss, 72 yards.
Yeah, this is why they really got
building. The Vikings are undefeated. Terrell Owens, Randy Moss, close to 300 yards, 16 catches this year thus far. Daunte Culpepper, though, not starting. Gus Farrat is in. And look at that throw he makes to Randy Moss. He beats him out. Plummer for the jump ball. 15-yard touchdown. Now with the score 14-0 Minnesota second. Watch Gus Farrat. You go up to interview him, Tom. He looks like Dan Fouts. 35 yards to Moss. That's the offensive coordinator, Greg Knapp, and Terrell Owens with an earful. Not a very pleasant sight. Fourth quarter, Farrat, 59 yards, home and beaten, touchdown to Moss, and the Minnesota Vikings are 4-0. Well, look, when you lose, you say a lot of things. It's just not so constructive, that's for sure. And Randy Moss hadn't been a choir boy either. The numbers on the day. Vikings, Falcons. Randy Moss, Daunte Culpepper not starting. Saw them on the sidelines before the game. Gus Farrat. I mean, Tommy, he's looking like the old gunslinger. 32 yards of Randy Moss.
Well, look at the coverage. You have nobody on Randy Moss. You have the drag receiver coming inside. Randy gets the one-on-one coverage, and he can blow by anybody in football.
The Falcons lead at 20-12 at the half. But Farrat, the Moss jump ball. Watch the footwork. Moss, 5 catches, 81 to 2 TDs. Look at this. We're tied at 7. Waning seconds of the half. Culpepper to Randy Moss. So this is like a Hail Mary, but then there's a little bit more. A Hail Mary and a Hail Randy. It's the pitch to Mo Williams. Mo definitely a heck of a play. 14-7 fight.
Yeah, you take another look at it. You know, this is being aware of where you are, what the situation is. Great play by Randy Moss.
Randy had the awareness, you know, to come back, make that catch with 2 guys all over him and still see Mo streaking right next to him and flip it back to him, man. That's sweet. That's saucy. We call it saucy.
Moss and I made eye contact. I was yelling, Moss going down, and he threw the ball and basically went in. I didn't know really who I was pitching it to. I just seen the Vikings jersey, and I just threw it behind my back.
Don't you get the feeling we should go? The Vikings are 6-0 for Mike Tyson. They win it by the count of 28-20.
That's a good look for Holloway.
Oh, that's a great look. Randy Moss, second quarter, 10-3 to G-Man. Daunte Culpepper. Guess who he's throwing to? Randy Moss, 35 yards, Tom, and the route, we know the route.
Well, you just watch. This is one-on-one coverage off the line of scrimmage. That's Will Allen. Watch the little skip by Randy Moss. You don't get the bump on him. He makes it a foot race down the field that you cannot win. Pretty easy throw right there. You're pretty open in the NFL for Daunte Culpepper.
Next play from the 33, Culpepper to Moss again. What a pretty pass. Oh, what a catch on the run by Culpepper. 33-yard touchdown. We're tied at 10.
And again, it's going to be Will Allen. He's going to be looking for help. You watch the route. Randy Moss going to run right down the middle of the field, duck inside. You've got 3 giants right there. They choose to take the other underneath guy, 2 of them. Leave Will Allen in that one-on-one situation. Randy Moss racing him to the front corner of the end zone. Good delivery by Culpepper.
Meanwhile, Giants kick a couple of field goals until they lead it by 6 until Culpepper to Moss, touchdown, and the Vikings lead at 17-16.
The Packers, first quarter, Vikes down 3-zip, 3rd and inches. Daunte Culpepper is cool as the other side of the pillow. Up top to Moss, 43 yards to the house. Moss's 16th catch of 20 yards or more this year, 7-3 Vikes.
So the Vikings get back in it. Daunte Culpepper, Randy Moss, 14-7. Minnesota, after 6 straight wins, has lost 3 in a row. But Culpepper, picked off in the flat by Philip Buchanan. Gone. 64 yards, 7-0. They're 80. And Culpepper and the Vikings, they've lost that love and feeling. The Vikes have lost 4 in a row. Daunte Culpepper, what is this bomb? 47 yards to Randy Moss. It's a touchdown between 2 defenders and under the hefty bag.
And remember Willie Mays, because that's Willie Mays. Like, he kept the hands down around the waistline, made the over-the-head catch.
Meanwhile, 13-7 Vikes, 3rd quarter. Culpepper. Moss. Now, Moss caught 9, but there's some that he might have wanted to have another shot at. Here's one of them that he didn't need another shot. Culpepper to Moss, 16 yards, 13-10 game in the 4th. Vikings began the 4th quarter down 10. Now, Culpepper, Moss, deep in their own territory with 4 minutes to go. Could the Vikings mount a drive? Same drive. Culpepper, Moss, 14 yards, 1st down. Now 2nd and goal. Watch the play that the 2nd-round draft pick rookie Charles Tillman makes. Wow! He takes it away from Moss to save the game.
You have to take another look. Randy has the ball. He literally snatches it away with his left hand.
Ranked 28th in the league. Randy Moss with the Jimmy Superfly Snuka haircut. First quarter, Daunte Culpepper to Superfly. Vikings up 7-0. Culpepper, 20 of 29, 260 yards. 2nd quarter, Culpepper, Moss again. Moss, 7 catches for 111 yards and 2 touchdowns. Vikings up 14-0. Daunte, your thoughts on 84, please.
When it's a national televised game, Randy's coming to play. He's coming to play, and I know him, and I've seen it. He has that look in his eyes, and it's, you know, it's something special.
I knew he was going to play well as soon as I saw his hairdo. It didn't matter who covered him today, they weren't going to cover him. You know, he sprained his ankle, kind of took him out of the game a little bit, so. But he stayed out there and blocked and did a nice job. The main thing is we still control our own destiny. We get a chance to go to Arizona next week. If we take care of business, then we'll be division champs. And if we don't, then we blew it again.
If Mike Tice's Vikings, who started 6-0, would fall at lowly Arizona, no score in a really sloppy first half early, you just had to feel that Arizona could not come back from down 7-6 in the 4th quarter. Amazing one-handed catch by Randy Moss. Look at it again, Tom. What? Yikes. Later in the drive, up 1, Culpepper to Moss. Touchdown. Extra point, good. McCown is going to be sacked by Kevin Williams. Final timeout, Arizona. 31 seconds left. So McCown on 3rd and 14. Look out. Fumble. But Reggie Wells gets it for Arizona. But with under 10 seconds to go, 4th and 24. Josh McCown. Oh my goodness, Nathan Poole makes the catch. Then the call was ruled, pushed out of bounds, touchdown. We're gonna go upstairs, but first in Green Bay, this is the scene. Brett Favre, they showed it on the scoreboard. Wait a minute, we might be in. Here's the replay, Tom. It's a tough call.
Yeah, it's a great catch, and the push here, they're actually not going to review whether he was going to come down in bounds. That's a judgment call. They wanted to review whether he maintained control of the football, and we can see right there he did.
As the Vikings, stunned, scored on by Arizona twice in the last few minutes. The final 18-17. The Packers are going, and the Vikes are staying home. Now, Randy Moss has had some big games for Minnesota against Dallas. This statistically not one of them, but, you know, it doesn't no matter how long the touchdown pass is. 3-yard touchdown, 21-17. Vikes, though. Culpepper hands to Moss. Randy going to toss it, A wobbler, but Marcus Robertson is there. Cuckoo-ca-choo, Mr. Robertson, and it's 37 yards. Then, same drive, Culpepper-Moss, 1-yard touchdown. Boy, if Jerome Bettis can average 7 inches a carry, then certainly Moss can get a 1-yard touchdown.
Hear the fella in the purple hat tell you who's better, and he wears a purple hat.
I don't think that T.O. can really do the things that I do. And I think that I can do the things that he does. And my numbers, turn on the highlight films, you turn all that stuff on and compare me and him. 84 speaks for itself.
All right, well, at this point, I'm going to have to speak for number 84. In the first quarter, Vikings ball, Daunte Culpepper looking for number 8-4. He's got him in space, out of bounds, picks up 22, led to a Morton Anderson field goal.
Moss will make something happen finally, and he won't miss from there. 8 catches, 69 yards, and that touchdown. Well, we got to talk it over. It's back to the drawing board.
Randy Moss Vikings ready for the Bears, Tom, and the Bears are ready to get physical with them.
Well, R.W. McQuarters got Randy Moss's attention, and this is what happens when you get his attention. He comes out and he begins to make plays. There's the first catch against McQuarters in tight coverage. Then down around the end zone, Randy Moss is telling the quarterback, throw me the football. So the lesson learned here, just play football, stay away from Randy Moss and getting him excited about playing.
And that's his friend who he comes to the games with, and he gives him a ball at 7-6 Vikings. Daunte Culpepper, about it, 44 yards to Randy Moss. That catch.
And what a great catch. He actually stopped, reached out and caught the ball so that he could have a chance to make a move on the defense.
Culpepper, Moss, Flair, touchdown. Guess what? 2 balls in the same.
That's great. That's
nice?
great.
Daunte Culpepper hit Randy Moss for a yard, and the Vikings lead 7-0.
We'll definitely do that.
Well, under 7 minutes to go. It's a 21-14 game, but no, it's back to 2 touchdowns. Culpepper to Moss, 50 yards, 28-14 Minnesota. And the Vikings win an absolutely wild game, 34-28.
Daunte Culpepper's thrown 13 touchdown passes his first 4 games. They're already up 7-0. Daunte looking, and at this point you figure Randy Moss is probably out there. And guess what he is? This grab, wow, unbelievable. 10 straight games with a touchdown for Moss. And Daunte was just getting warm. Looking again for Randy. This doesn't work out nearly as well on a number of counts. Fakir Brown gets the pick. And Randy Moss, more importantly, laying down, waving for the trainer. Take another look. Moss gets tangled up with Jay Bellamy, falls awkwardly. Trainer took a look. Moss tries to loosen up on the sideline. He came back briefly, but left for the rest of the game with a pulled ham.
Tennessee at Minnesota. Randy Moss, hammy trouble. Would he start? Well, he played 2 plays. He started 102 games in a row, but then that's it. 17-0. G-Man. Moss coming in the game. Culpepper throwing it to him. Couldn't get the feet in, out of bounds. And he was just unable to get going.
Yeah, Randy Moss fairly ineffective. He didn't have a catch on the day, and we're going to take a look at why. Randy Moss wanted to played a half of football, but watch as he tries to make his cuts, as he tries to come out of his breaks, just doesn't have any push-off off of that hamstring, injured a couple of weeks ago. I think in the end it's going to end up being a 3 to 4 week injury for him, and the only way to get it better is to rest it, and that's what you see him doing right there as they get into the third quarter.
Well, Moss trying to spur on Culpepper, but they're down 20-0. Randy Moss back for 6-4, Minnesota in the Dome. So, Daunte Culpepper says, I got Moss, I'll find Moss. First down leads to a field goal. Morton Anderson, 3-0 Vikes. Later in the drive, 3rd and goal, Culpepper. Wow, how about this to Randy Moss? Tom, touchdown, 20-13 Minnesota.
Yeah, watch the catch, but watch the concentration with the feet. Grabs the ball, takes it from over the defender, actually got his feet in twice.
Now 14-13, Culpepper, Randy Moss, touchdown, 20-14, Culpepper to Moss, 50 times they've hooked up. It's a field goal, 27-23, Randy Moss with just 2:12 to go. Why?
You know, we've seen that play a number of times this year, and what you tell a guy is if that play's not wide open, you have to throw the football away. But why not let the quarterback, who's used to throwing the football, make that throw?
That was Michael Bulwer with the pick just seconds to go. The Vikings have another chance, down 27-23. Moss over the middle, 36 yards. Culpepper, tick, 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 tick. Daunte Culpepper's played great, but they've been 2-5 after a big start. And now, in Detroit, though, Daunte Culpepper, talk about a big start. 82 yards early second quarter. Randy Moss, 14-3. Minnesota on the road in December.
Yeah, watch Moss run the route. It's a cornerback, 2 linebackers, a safety, and a partridge in a pear tree, and he beats them all for 82 yards.
Was that a trapezoid?
Yes.
Second quarter, scoreless game. Daunte Culpepper buying some time. Is he going to run, or is he going to find Randy Moss? He's going to find Randy Moss. Al Harris fell down. That's Harris with the hair. Moss's only catch of the half.
Now in the third, Culpepper to Randy Moss. And he can make these catches now.
Yeah, take another look at it. Look at him get position. He has maybe the best set of hands in the history of this game, except for the guy he played with, Chris Carter.
14-10. Culpepper scrambles to Randy Moss. Now look at this. This is his own tip drill. Boop! And then boop! Makes the catch, and he's gone. Then a move, too, but these are the Vikings. Crunch time, holding, play called back. Oh, closing seconds. Culpepper. They're down 11 still. You talk about a miracle. What do you do if you're Washington?
Knock it down!
But Marcus Cuckoo Kachu Robinson catches it. They make a 2-point conversion, 21-18. Now look, Randy Moss is walking off the field. I know the odds are slim, if at all. So you got to get the onside kick, start lateraling it, kick a field goal. But Moss is gone. The Vikings, at this moment, are gone.
Here come Daunte and Randy. Randy had his dreads out and a big old fro. Daunte was just on and cracking to Randy Moss. Culpepper also led the NFL with 4,717 passing yards. Culpepper, holla at a player when you see him in the street. To Randy Moss. Moss's 9th career postseason touchdown, 31-17 Vikings. Daunte, talk to us, man. How did that play work?
And Randy Moss without him.
I saw Randy and I gave him an audible signal, and he just ran it perfectly. He ran it like a 5-yard stop, then he took it back up. You know, I was just able to put it out there, and Randy just made a great catch.
Randy,
I don't give a damn what they talk about. They better talk about this W that we put on Lambeau Field today. They can talk about the end zone celebration all they want to, but I know what better be behind us, that W. So whatever they talk about, man, we moving on to Philly.
4th and 22, Eagles 31, Vikings going for it. Culpepper looking deep to Moss. Oh, forget about it. He's double covered. Not a shot. Eagles defense strong. Moss and the Vikings bare their soul, and we're never, ever in this game. Eagles go on, and they make it look easy at home against the Vikings.
Your first quarter, no score, 1st and 10. Gary Collins. Randy Moss, where you at? Right here, big fella, 29 yards. Here we go. Raiders looking deep, Randy Moss, and if you don't know, now you know. 73 yards to the paint, his 91st touchdown in the NFL, and Ty Poole joining the club. You've just been taken deep by Randy. Look at the concentration. Must be the most horrifying man-on coverage in the NFL. What can you do to shut him down? And Rodney Harrison had an angle, but he just shook him.
Randy Moss's first home debut with the Raiders. Third quarter, Oakland still down 17-10. They call him freak. They can call him freak nasty. I ain't gonna say no leaves, but that ain't right. Randy Moss, 64-yard touchdown, 127 yards receiving, 42nd career 100-yard receiving game. Chiefs have won 5 in a row against Oakland. They won it 23-17.
Fourth quarter, just over 4 minutes to go. Moss's turn. Kerry Collins, Randy Moss into Eagle territory, inside the 40. The 0-3, but not playing that badly. Oakland Raiders. Kerry Collins, play action. Gonna throw it to, you guessed it, Randy Moss. And Moss, 79 yards on the play. Terrence Newman, nice job.
How often have we seen Randy Moss, great route, good throw, how often do we see Randy Moss get caught from behind? What a great release he gets there, gets into his route. Concentration goes up once he gets downfield with the deep ball, but what a great job of Terrence Newman running him down.
14-0 San Diego. Kerry Collins trying to rally the Raiders off a bye week. To Randy Moss. Double teamed, hit, doesn't get up, injured groin on the play. We wouldn't see him. Now, here it is again. And Moss going to try and go high, but the Chargers are right there to him.
Randy Moss warmed up before the game, put on the active roster. Quarter, holla at a player when you see him in the street. Raiders down 7-3, carry to Randy Moss. Moss's 93rd career touchdown, 10-7 Raiders.
Would he be ready to go today? Yeah. Here come Hayes. Maybe not. Kerry Collins off the back foot. Picked off by Greg Wesley. He was looking for Moss, who had no catches first 3 quarters. You know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah, if you miss an opportunity, it's just like an extra at-bat in baseball.
And the at-bat is a home run. Collins to Randy Moss's first catch of the day. Gives the Raiders the lead of the day. 23-20. Collins and Randy Moss try to get something going for the Raiders late in the first quarter.
Yeah, we're watching them down here in the red zone. This Kerry Collins on the move and actually throwing. Makes a pretty good throw off his back foot, but Randy Moss gets called for the offensive interference. They reset. Kerry Collins again overthrows. Now that throw he was able to step into, but again, they had the chance to score. They didn't take advantage of it. Randy Moss obviously upset him.
Kerry Collins, after being benched, back in the lineup. 2nd and 10, Raiders second quarter. You think Randy Moss was happy to see him? I think so. Wow, there you go. That's the way it was supposed to be all year. 28 yards between 3 defenders. Now 22-0 in the third. Kerry Collins to Randy Moss, and watch Al Wilson and Culpepper-Moss. Tom, this is your section. They hit Moss hard, but he holds on.
You just watch right there, Randy Moss making a tough catch in the middle of the field, and linebackers jacking themselves up. Randy Moss a little jacked up.
7-0. Raiders on the move. Randy Moss, straight cash, homie. Raiders tie it at 7. Moss not done. He'd be heard from later. Raiders, and it's Moss again. And if you don't know, now you know. His 99th career touchdown. His next will be, obviously, his 100th in the league. Raiders. After a pass interference in the end zone, the Raiders get 4 chances from the goal line. They probably don't need them all, right? You just, okay, Zach Crockett stopped. Here comes Moss. Then he gets called back. No, not going to be touchdown number 3. This is Crockett. No. All right, you need 2 scores here. So if you get stopped here on 3rd and goal, you just kick the field goal and then try to get it back, right? And Randy continues to watch as Kerry Collins doesn't score. That kind of year for the Raiders, which is their season's over.
Late second, Raiders down 13-0. Aaron Brooks finds Randy Moss 12 yards in a first down.
3rd and goal, 5-yard line. Curry comes in motion, left, Moss right. Walter throws for Moss, goes up, pulls it down. Touchdown! Raiders! Raiders back on the 22. Whittle in long motion right, inside of Moss. Walter a straight drop. Time, throws for the end zone for Moss. Goes down low and makes the catch. Touchdown! Raiders! And for Randy Moss, he's got it. Career touchdown catch number 100. Broncos have Wilson and Gold creeping up. Wilson comes. Raiders pick it up. Walter going for a deep ball down the field for Moss. He's got it. Inside the Bronco 30. He gets up and runs for it. He was now touchdown. And now he is tackled on the Denver 25-yard line. A big one to Moss at last.
Alvis Wooded from right to left in motion. And Walter drops to throw. He looks left. He throws left. He wants Moss. Moss is covered by Chan Bailey. And Bailey's got the pick and steps out of bounds at the 1.
3rd down and 21 of the Raiders 39. Walter under center. Deep set. Walter moving around in the pocket. And he gets out of there. I don't know how he got rid of the ball. Far side. It's caught by Moss at the 30-yard line. Tackled at the 28 of the Cardinals. First down Raiders. Receivers left. Vargas the tailback. And Walter play fake. Looking deep and lobbing it near side for Moss. Leaping catch. Touchdown Raiders.
And a 3rd and long for the Raiders. 3rd and 17. Walter a straight drop. They push 4. Walter throws. And it's caught by Moss for a first down conversion again. And the 10-yard line. The Raiders have won. And all this talk of a winless season can end here.
3rd and 10 for Walter. Out of the shotgun. Drops back. Has time. Waiting. Now lets one fly. For Randy Moss down the left side. And what a great play as Kenny Hamlin gets over there to knock it away. Marcus Trufant is there, but Kenny Hamlin was the one that knocked it away at the last second to hammer.
At the Meadowlands, and Tom Brady and Randy Moss and so many of the new Patriots. Boy, they hadn't worked together all August. How would... Well, the answer is they would be fine. Randy Moss, 18-yard Brady right on it. Boy, he was sharp. Jets have tied at 7-7. Brady to Moss. How about that, 22 yards?
You know, Matt, Moss did a lot of work on the sidelines and did some work across the middle of the football field.
The Patriots, meanwhile, with the ball, little play. How much time did Tom Brady have all day? The Jets, did they send anybody? Well, they sent this pass deep to Randy Moss. 51 yards, 9 for 183 for Moss.
Later in the drive, Randy Moss, you recall him, he played for the Vikings, played for the Raiders, now he plays for the Pats. That was candy. Randy Moss, more from him. 8 catches, 105 yards in this one, second TD of the game. We take another look as Moss just sort of runs right by the guy who's supposed to be guarding him. Patriots go up 31-71 and 38-14. Belichick getting congrats from everywhere. Brady and Moss, they love each other.
It's late in the second and goal. Pats. Brady to Randy Moss. Said Brady about Moss, he's a mismatch every time. Fourth quarter, Pats pouring it on. Brady pumps, throwing deep to who else? Randy Moss. 5 catches, 115 yards. Said Brady, my job is easy. I just get to throw it up there. Brady's 6th career 4-touchdown game.
Patriots trying to go 4-0. Patriots team has just been ridiculified this year. It's a new word, and it's going to work. Tom Brady has thrown 3+ touchdowns, at least 3 in all 3 games. All right, cool. Randy Moss, 3 straight games with 100 yards receiving and at least 1 touchdown. All right, cool. And their offense is ranked first in the league, scoring 38 points, which is nice until you consider Randy Moss about to hook up with his 107th career touchdown catch. Steve, what makes this so crazy good?
It's timing, and it's how Tom delivers the ball in the right spot, the right time to allow Randy to elevate and go up and make the catch and come down just in bounds. The defender, you can't defend.
Over the middle to Randy Moss. Randy had 9 catches, another first down. And then Brady to Moss, as cool as the other side of the pillow. Randy Moss, 2nd touchdown of the game, 7th of the year. He's the only player ever to average a touchdown every Monday night game.
And now they still roll. 3rd and goal at the 6. Brady, zing. Randy Moss using all the weapons. Patriots lead it 7-0.
Yeah, take another look at this. Looks like the corner is expecting in and out. He's playing a zone. He allows Randy Moss to release inside. Safety jumps the flat route coming outside. Little mix up in coverage. Easy toss and catch for Brady and Moss.
What a play. Cowboys punt though. Brady, Moss throwing from the star to a star. What a play he makes. They initially call it a touchdown. Challenge for Wade Phillips, and we have another look.
You know, amazing athleticism just to even make this close. Looked like he was clearly out of bounds, and the more you looked at it, the more it looked like he might have gotten him in.
Down to the 35-yard line, Brady 8 for 8. Now, we'll play action. Maroney back in there to Randy Moss, and between defenders, Moss with the 35-yard touchdown leap. Brady is 9 for 9.
Yeah, great catch by Moss, and Cameron Worrell right there, number 44, tries to pull that ball away from Moss. Try knocking it down.
Tom is 10 for 10 now. Now on 3rd and 18 from the 50. Watch this. Zing! Moss between defenders makes the catch. You kidding me? 35-7 Brady, 11 for 11, 224 touchdowns. Heaven forbid he would be incomplete on his next pass. Now, 2nd quarter later, Moss. Oh, boy. I think he's enjoying life in New England, Tom. And a 19-yard gain down to the Miami 14. We're going to spike it. Oh, no, we're not. And now it's out of bounds to Moss.
Recovers again. And then Brady doing a little Dan Marino off the fake spike to Randy Moss for 6. And Moss on the sidelines tells Tom, I can get a spark just by doing this.
Inside the 5 now, 3 plays later, Brady to Randy Moss, touchdown.
What a great throw to Randy Moss. It threw it up nice and high so he could use his size to go get another touchdown for Moss.
12th of the season. That already ties Stanley Morgan's all-time season record in Patriot history. And, of course, they have more games to go. And Tom Brady, midway through the 3rd quarter, Randy Moss, another one-handed grab from
Randy Moss. You know why he excited me so much? Not the typical Randy Moss routes, nothing just deep out. He ran deep ends and quick slants.
But that's when Tom Brady was backed into a corner and just launched one up top to who else but Randy Moss.
Cover 2, what do? You beat the cornerback. You have one-on-one to safeties.
And it was a 55-yard gain. Just like that, the Patriots setting up shop on the Colts 3 on this rampaging, scorched earth season for them. Next possession, Brady up top to Randy Moss. 13 receiving touchdowns. That passes Stanley Morgan. 5 plays later, we're in the 2nd quarter when Brady finds Moss again, who does the rest. He's now padding his franchise record with his 14th touchdown of the year, 21-7. Next possession for New England, 10th play of the drive. Brady hits who else but
Fade stop, one of the toughest routes to cover in the +10 area.
Another 3-touchdown game for Brady's this season. Each game he's had one, and then make it 4 as he finds Moss for the 4th time of the half. 4 touchdowns for Randy Moss. That's a franchise single-game record, and it's not even halftime.
Brady, Randy Moss, there's that man again. We're tied at 17. Moss, 17th touchdown of the year, ties a career high.
Randy Moss makes a catch. Good coverage, Ike Taylor, but it's 7 yards, and here's another look.
You know, you feel very comfortable as a quarterback when you can throw a ball into coverage and have Randy Moss come up with it like that.
Back to the passing game go the Patriots from the 4. Brady, Randy Moss, beautiful Brady. Now watch this, little play action because the runs worked a little bit, and Randy Moss wide open. He could go all the way for 63 yards.
And the safety's bit up, but look at the read of the offensive line. They are pass protecting, so the play fake should mean nothing to you. Guard against the pass. Didn't happen. Touchdown, Patriots.
Moss, 7 for $135. You see the 2 TDs now. 17-13 third quarter. Brady, Moss, slant, 21 yards. It's a first down. Dan, Patriots on the 44, 1st and 10. Moss, a fumble. Look at the whip. Back to Brady, and then zing. How far is this time? What, 60 in the air? Jabbar Gaffney. Now, later in the 4th and 1st and 15, Brady steps up. Zing. Randy Moss dives. Either way, makes a great diving catch. Holds on, leads to a field goal. Tom Brady and company looking at all sorts of records, and Brady was looking at Randy Moss wide open under the goalpost. 46 touchdown passes, Brady, 7-0 the Patriots. And here's the move. Whoop!
Little stutter step around linebacker Derek Polk. Doesn't look like much, but when you had a speed of Randy Moss, pretty easy pitch and catch.
No, wait a minute. The Patriots running the ball right up the middle. It's Lawrence. I got a guy named Bunny Maroney. And Randy Moss down there throwing a block. 51 yards on the play. They don't have plays like this that much on the ground.
You said it, Boom. The last 18 to 20 yards, you see Randy Moss out in front of Maroney. He's trying to clear away to the end zone, but they get every single yard they can.
So, second quarter now, same drive, and down to the 1 is New England. Brady to Moss, touchdown. 2 plays later now, second quarter, 2nd and goal. Play action pass. There he is, Moss. And Moss has given the Patriots a 10-7 lead. He himself has caught his 22nd touchdown pass, tying the great Jerry Rice in one season. Tom Brady has thrown his 49th touchdown pass, tying the great Peyton Manning. And, Bo, by the way, New England has scored more points than any other team. The old mark, the 98 Vikings, 556. But celebration a little long, and a 15-yard penalty. And Brady, as he's done so often this year, going for the downs to the angular one. Randy Moss, when he was open, but it was underthrown, and he couldn't come up with the shoestring catch. Wilson slipped, but it didn't work. So Moss had to run all the way back. Certainly they wouldn't. Oh, yes, they would. Brady, Moss, touchdown, 65 yards. The Patriots and a 2-point conversion. They have the lead, 31-28. Brady has the record, 50 touchdown passes. Moss has the record, 23 touchdown catches. Yes, they've won every game in the regular season. This one of the close ones. But the Patriots go on to make regular season history. They finish unbeaten.
I don't really think that me breaking Jerry Rice's record was special. I think shutting you guys up is really what made it special. All the negativity and all my critics. I think that's really, a good feeling to be able to come in and have a good season like this. Hats off to us. I know a lot of people didn't really think that we were going to do it, and a lot of people didn't want us to do it. But in this game of football, man, it's hard to go 16-0, man. So as a football player and as a fan of the game, man, my hats is off to this organization.
Thought that was one that he would look back and say, the game changed right there, but it didn't.
And now the Patriots 2nd and 5. Now they've got to do something, guys, for a first down on 2nd and 6. He caught 11, tying a Super Bowl record. Then Brady was hit beside the 10. 3rd and goal. Giants defense, can they get the heat? Moss with a touchdown and under 3 to go. You knew it would happen.
You see the determination from the Giants defense stepping up when time really, really mattered.
It was somebody different on the down for the whole night, too. Now, you got to go get this key at a time.
3rd and 20, 19 seconds left. Randy Moss double covered, didn't get it.
You know, like I said, man, they had the better team today, and you know, when things like that happen, all they can really do is lick your wounds and try to come back at it next year.
In the first quarter, now Castle to Moss, a touchdown, and he's tied Jim Brown 8th all-time touchdown list. Niners lead the Patriots 7-0. Matt Castle has a good arm. No, he has a nice big arm. Randy Moss, well, this will still work.
You're going to see more of that going along.
Niners lead 14-7. Castle, Randy Moss, not only the ball, they came out with a good organized plan on offense. Castle to Moss.
How would Randy Moss respond? Of course, no Tom Brady. Matt Castle deep toward Moss. They're looking his way early, but there's Quentin Jammer to break up the play. And now ESPN's Chris Carter has this in our EA Sports virtual playbook.
So how do you negate a player like this? You put someone close to him. You make him jamming. And that is with Quentin Jammer, a very, very physical corner who likes to dominate receivers. And Moss, this is not his strong suit. He would much prefer to roam down the field, making big plays. The one thing I've yet to see with New England's offense is I've yet to see Castle give Moss the ability to make all the jump balls that he loves to make down the football field.
That is cool.
That is pretty cool.
Gonna look for who else? 81. Randy Moss has it, and then not so much. Moss Sunday night, only 3 catches for 26 yards. And again, Jammer is in there jamming. Castle, now this time he's got Randy Moss wide open, and this is just a flat-out whiff.
38 yards in the first half before leaving with injury. Speaking of an injury, Champ Bailey, you see him here, hurts his groin. He would leave the game. So, of course, with Champ Bailey out, who do you go after if you're Matt Castle?
Whoever replace him with Randy Moss, and that's what they do here. A nice high throw, trusting Randy Moss is going to make a play on whoever is covering.
Broncos would force to punt. Next possession, a smoke screen to Randy Moss, Trent.
An unusual twist for the Patriots. Great catch by Randy Moss, not losing momentum, and he splits the seam. Really nice looking play there.
27-0 at that point.
Matt Castle completes a pass over the middle of Randy Moss. Over the middle, huh?
More this year than before, and he's doing what he has to do for the football team.
And he's caught 800 passes in his career. That's awesome.
Colts defense all over Randy Moss on the other side. P1 Ratliff. Of course, Moss to the sideline. In Clint Session, Gary Brackett him up. Nothing there. Tim Jennings. Tight coverage, nothing for Moss. No receptions in the first half.
Ensuing Pat's drive, Castle looking deep. Randy Moss is wide open, but he overthrows him. Would have been a touchdown. Patriots forced to kick the field goal on 4th and 1. Castle gets out of that, and then an accurate pass to number 81, Randy Moss. Unreal, Mark.
Yeah, you know, you can't do it any better than that. First off, Castle shows his athletic ability scrambling, and then look at that. He couldn't have put that ball in a better place.
Later first. Matt Castle. Randy Moss. We've seen this before, Tom.
Well, he makes it look so routine. It looks like he's got stickum on his hands, but he doesn't.
Then Dolphins back on top 14-10. Then Castle. Moss breaks the tackle. Wow. Touchdown. He's got a pair.
How many times you seen Randy Moss lower his shoulder and go into the end zone?
Dolphins lead 21-17. Now Castle. Certainly wouldn't throw for 400 yards again, would he? To Moss. And then later in the drive, 1st and goal. Here's the fade. Now, this is in last year's playbook, isn't it? Patriots come back under 9 to go. Castle. Moss. 29-yard
catches. He runs strong for him. He has been such a weapon.
Then Castle to Randy Moss. That's a nice throw. And remember, he was a Raider. And in case you thought they were going to stop in the 3rd quarter, they don't. Castle. Moss. That's nice.
That's all right.
Remember Lonnie Paxson did it after the in the Tuck game? Castle to Randy Moss this beginning the second half. It's already 31-0. It's like last year now, Tom. They're rolling everybody. Moss from Castle, 76 yards, 7 touchdown passes last 2 weeks.
Wouldn't want to be on the other end of that call. The ensuing Patriots drive. It's Tom Brady to Randy Moss. They hooked up
a number of times in this ball game.
It's how it began offensively, minus 17. For Tom Brady, this is how it began. Well, it never really got started. Randy Moss with the intended receiver, Darrelle Revis with a big pick.
And 2 yards and new set of downs. 4th and 3, Falcons 37. Belichick in this time, Brady to Randy Moss, who caught 10 balls in this one.
Back to 17-14. Randy Moss is still on the Patriots. Brady to Moss. 20 yards of a bullet. Brady. It worked once. He remembers it used to work beautifully all the time. Touchdown. Is that what that's called again when you're in the end zone and you throw it to Moss? Kyle Horton throws an Hail Mary as time expires. Watch who pulls this down for the interception because it was his only catch of the day. Well, of the first half. Randy Moss with the intercept. But it's 10-0 in the second, and it's the Brady show. Kevin Falk. Oh, no, it's a flea flicker. Randy Moss, touchdown. It's recovered. So, 2 plays later, it's Brady to Moss again, and the electric spring is back in the arm. 24-0
to the races.
And so these Patriots, welcome back Paul Revere, John Adams, all the rest of these one-time Boston Patriots. Forget the Tea Party. It's the O Party. That's Brady to...
So the Dolphins get the ball back and get a field goal out of it. It's 3-0. Tom Brady goes back to the rookie, and Randy Moss wins that battle.
This time the veteran wins. He doesn't play the ball. One-handed catch. Gets him down on the one.
Down to the one. Lawrence Maroney takes it in. Dolphins take a 1-point lead, but the Patriots don't dink and dunk. Nice. They just go right down the field to Randy Moss.
That stiff arm. They caught him in man-to-man, and Daunte Davis didn't make the play this time either.
Stiff arms the rookie. 3 plays, 80 yards, and $136 to take the lead right back. The Colts struck first in this game, up 7-0 when Tom Brady on the play fake goes down the middle to Randy Moss for a 55-yard gain down to the Colts 6. And what happened here, Steve?
Well, there's play-action pass, so when you fake to your running back here, watch Gary Brackett in the middle. He's going to step up and freeze, and in this Tampa 2 defense, he's the guy that's got to get down the middle. But that's why you play action, to hesitate him just a little bit. Nice fake. Tom steps up in the pocket, 5 hitch and throw, up and down throw. This thing's 10 feet high. The linebackers can't get it. He drops it into Randy Moss between the 2 safeties for 55 yards. Good design of a play, an excellent thrown catch.
The second quarter of this game, it's 10-7 New England on top of the Indianapolis Colts. And here comes Brady back again. Up top to Moss again.
It's hard to contain this guy. 1-on-1 on the outside. You got to throw it up because he's either going to make the play or you're going to get pass interference.
Deep in the Colts zone, it's Brady to Moss again. And now it's a 17-point lead for the Patriots. At 14-18 to go in the game. They're up 17's worth of statistics. Wes Welker, 15-yard gain. 4 plays later, Randy Moss on Darrelle Revis.
It's a man. He fakes the fade.
Well, you tell me. First quarter, Brady, just a few minutes into the game, zing! Randy Moss, they're at it again. 58-yard touchdown, 17 of 18. And Bills open with a field goal. Tom Brady deep to Randy Moss. You know, he's certainly been in the news. Pass interference, Buffalo. So that sets up New England with great field position. Later in the drive, 1st and goal at the 13. And this is pretty. Zing, Moss. Touchdown, his 10th of the season. The Patriots lead 7-3.
Tom Brady, a short field. Here's what happens.
Make me smile. That's what Moss was saying. Make me smile.
If he smiles, could you see it underneath all that facial hair?
13 passes today.
For 138 yards. 4 plays later, Brady makes Moss smile.
Make me smile.
How do you get that wide open?
Is that the same play that he caught the first touchdown?
Looks like it.
Same
Brady
location,
was
back of the
23
end zone.
26. And then Moss was not done as well with Brady.
Make my beard itch.
How they're moving Tom Brady out of the pocket. I like it.
Career touchdown number 149 for Moss. That's 4th all-time behind LaDainian Tomlinson.
It's 10-0. Tom Brady, the dart to Randy Moss.
Appreciate me.
Still has some wheels. Look at him go down the sideline.
Same drive, 1st and 10. You think Brady has time here? To Randy Moss. Only the 4th ever to score 150 touchdowns in his NFL career, and Revis grabbed the hammy.
Well, you can see that the Jets are only rushing 3, which is why Brady has that kind of time. But look at Randy Moss. 5 steps, ask for the football, throw it to the back of the end zone. They've hooked up so much, it's just, you know, like mind melding. And then what a great catch by Randy Moss.
25-yard gain, 4 plays later. with plenty of time, Prime. And there's Randy Moss.
Randy Moss, you're giving that much time. He and Randy Moss have some of the best chemistry in the game today. You think they ride to the game together?
3rd and 4 right here. It is Brady, Randy Moss, guys.
Oh, boy. I mean, in traffic.
This is pretty.
Go make a play.
And Randy Moss does that as well as anybody. There's a lot of people right
Randy
there.
Moss, that's Pay the Man.
And that official there, Perry
Pay that man. Quit playing.
Ends up on his back.
We're going to pay you. Just
grab the face mask. Randy, I'm going to fake the spike, come up, throwing for the touchdown, and 7 out of 10 times I think Randy comes up with that. Again, Tom Brady dictating the defense is doing essentially what you don't see very often because you have to take a real heady approach to the game to do that.
Moss, no catches in the game.
All you got to do is put the ball out there for him. Randy, normally quarterbacks are throwing the ball 40 and 5. 40 yards down the field, 5 yards inside the boundary. But Randy Moss is a little bit deeper. Brett going to work out that tendonitis and give Randy a little more air, and they'll be celebrating plenty this season.
500th career touchdown pass for Favre. Steve, how'd it go down?
Well, CeCe knows this. He has great body control. Look at him gain the extra yardage as the ball's in the air, and that's the thing that you can't cover. Cromartie's there. He was there all game long, and this is really one of the ones that let him get it. But I don't know that anybody in that position right there with the ball out in front, and Randy does a great job of not giving it away. He'll just kind of lay, and then, excuse me.
All right, and that set up this 3rd and 2. Favre with the dart to Moss, who gets in for the touchdown. Vikings. 4th and 5. It's Favre to Randy Moss. A huge play. Keeps the drive alive.
Randy Moss
Where does Tennessee
with his old Marshall teammate right there getting clean slates today.
We are Marshall.
That's right. Nothing. Kerry Collins starting for the injured. Vince Young looks for Randy Moss. Vontae Davis incomplete, flag on the play, pass interference.
Well, you throw the ball up. Sometimes good things will happen, whether it's a catch or a PI like this.
Collins hurting. Rookie Rusty Smith, 6th-round pick from Florida Atlantic, comes in. And Smith goes to Randy Moss, and he's going to catch one. But there's a flag, and guess what? He pushed off.
Yeah, watch the push off right there. You see the arm extended. The official got the call.
Now, could they be shut out for the first half? Collins looking for Randy Moss on 4th and 7. Moss is open, but he's under front.
He doesn't have a lot of catches now in the last 3 games, and this game is no exception.
It's Smith to Randy Moss. Welcome back, baby. First of all, why do you leave Randy Moss uncovered? I took a year off, and I'm still Moss.
154th career TD catch by Moss, but here Giants field goal. Now, late, Alex Smith just air it out, and he does to the Moss.
Randy Moss.
Exciting. 55-yard gain. That
Granddaddy Moss. But this is what Crabtree was expected to do, being a high-round draft pick out of Texas Tech. You know, he did this his whole career, being able to run after the catch.
What's Randy G. Moss?
And it's always nice to have the old man block for you.
I didn't call you old. That was Darren, Randy. That was
Plays later. Randy Gene Moss can also still do that.
Now take off, Randy Moss.
Sam Macho, you're not going to catch him, buddy.
47-yard touchdown, so 156 in his career.
He can't be called Granddaddy Moss?
Well, he was a granddaddy there. Hey, he granddaddied a whole bunch of people.
Granddaddy long legs.
Getting in the end zone right there.
They tied Terrell Owens for 4th on the all-time list there, but believe it or not, they
T.O.'s
left
not
Jamel
happy.
Fleming and Parrott. Colin Kaepernick early to... Who's that? Welcome back to Foxborough, Randy Moss.
Get Moss, get a ball. I won. We had this in them.